It's coffee time. Oh man. Sometimes I start this show and the shrillness surprises even me because when you go back, I've said this so many times, when you go back, the hey guys was very normal and somehow it's just ramped. It's ramped so hard and now it feels weird if I'm not just shrill at the very beginning. It's strange how shows evolve that way. Also, I'm going to be going slightly crazy for this entire video because currently my sink is acting as though it needs Drano, which I hate. It's making like gurgly noises and like it sounds like there are droplets of water as though the faucet is leaky and is dripping, but it's not. I've stared at it. It's not dripping. It's making like plunking noises inside of the tube. And I'm like, what does it mean? So I'm going to get a Drano for it. I'm sure it just means that there are food remnants that got shoved down the sink by me probably and have just turned into a rat king. They've just all converged into one ball of sad. So I need to get rid of that. I had to do that with my shower. That was not my fault though. Ever since I moved in here, the shower has not drained properly, so I finally Dranoed it. And oh my goodness, it's beautiful now. I love it. I love it so much. That was going to lead into something about my toilet, and now I can't remember what it was going to be. Oh well, we don't need to talk about my toilet, guys. So earlier today, I was in full-on fox makeup, and that was awesome, except by the end of the day, I needed to look normal again. And for those of you who don't know, like the full-on costume makeup that you use for like clowns and things, it doesn't just come off. It takes a process for it to come off, especially when it's put on really thick so that it doesn't smear, etc. So it clogs your pores and makes your face itch, and specifically with that sort of face paint, you can't itch your face because it'll smear. And with this face, we had made this half of me white and all of this orange, and then had made my eyes like super dark, and then my eyebrows super dark, and then my lips super dark, right? And so she gave me a Q-tip and was like, you can itch yourself with this. You can poke places that itch, one side used for black, one side used for white, because otherwise black on white is going to be very obvious. It's going to be a very stark contrast. And I was like, okay. So the whole time that I was doing Daily Bite today, between every take, it was me running over to the mirror and being like, and every now and then I would forget and like do this, and then my finger would be just covered in black. I was like, no! It was really funny, but it was awesome. It was really fun, but man, did it itch. It itched so bad. So they offered to take the makeup off. And originally I was going to be doing a Friend Zone promo today, but they didn't have time because they were doing CTK's AMA, which I should watch. I have no idea how that went. Hopefully it went well. But yeah, so they were like, oh, we're not doing a promo today. And I was like, oh, that means I can go home and do coffee time with this on. Which I did not do because I wound up in a mobile countdown meeting, and that went on for over an hour. It was like a pretty long meeting, and I got out of there. I like started to leave the building and my face was just on fire. Like when you start, you know how if there's an itch and you're not allowed to scratch it, suddenly more places itch and you're just thinking about it all the time and it gets worse and it starts to kind of burn. That's what it was doing. Like all over my face, it just like burn hurt. I was just like, I want to touch this so bad. So I finally gave in and went over to where the makeup girls are. And I was like, I'm sorry. I know I said that I didn't need it, but can you please take this off? And she was like, sure, of course. So she like used a face wipe on me and got as much off as she could. And then used like the really intense stuff and went to specific places. Like the black specifically doesn't want to come off. I have little dots all around here, like little black dots that have just kind of suctioned to my pores at this point. So it's not coming off. My nose is raw. I'm not going to even try anymore. But, you know, she like got pretty much everything off, except that there was just this this kind of mask of slight gray all over me. And then she handed me a soap, and she was like, have you seen this soap before? And it was like one of those big natural soaps. It was a peppermint soap. And I was like, yeah, I've seen that at the store before. And she was like, okay, this is a really good facial cleanser, and I want you to use it. And I was like, okay. So like a dummy, I just wanted it off my face so badly. So like a dummy, I just rubbed it everywhere. Like I just got it all of, I like scrubbed my eyes with it. And then I rinsed it and, you know, patted it dry and went to open my eyes. And because I had done like this with this like strong peppermint soap, my eyes were on fire. Like they immediately just burned so bad. I was like, oh my God, like just shut them. And was like, what do I do? Oh my God, what do I do? Like, is this, how long is it going to take for this to go away? Because now they were closed, but they still burned. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just like let it die down a little bit and then I'll open them again. So it died down a little bit and I started to open one because I couldn't tell where, I had all these like wet paper towels in my hand and I was like, where is the garbage? I have no idea because I can't open my eyes. So I like went to do this and it burned again and I was like, ugh. So if somebody had been in this bathroom with me, I would have looked hilarious because I'm just like, So finally I decide I'm just going to open my eyes and deal with it. So I opened my eyes. They burned so bad, but I was like, like staring at myself in the mirror like, don't you close them, don't you close them, don't you do it. And they slowly felt better. They felt fine. Like, thank God that was apparently the right choice. But man, my face felt so clean, like starchily clean. It was very strange. But man, that stuff really cleaned my face. There was nothing left. No cloudiness, no weirdness, except for like right in here. There's still like little black dots right in here, like all up in here. I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. And tonight, actually, I went in with like just one of those face wipes and like tried to scrub it again, and it was not coming off, and my nose was like, I've been messed with a lot today. So I just gave up. But then we had to do some pickup shots for a show that Jesse and I have been working on. And so traffic was awful. We were both frantically texting. Like every red light we came to, we were texting and being like, I don't know when I'm going to get there. I'm stuck in traffic. Like I can't move. And it took us both, a drive that should not have taken very long took us both forever to get there. And then one of my absolute favorite makeup girls in the world was called in to do makeup on us. And I was like, I'm so excited. Her name's Ada. I love her so much. So I like went in there and she was there and she was like, oh, and I was like, oh, and we hugged. She and I have been talking about doing like a photography project together at some point. But yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where we're like, God, wouldn't it be fun to do this? But it'll probably never happen. But she's like so good with makeup. And yeah, so she did my makeup and we were like gabbing back and forth. And yeah, and she was like, so what are you going to be doing tonight? And I was like, I don't know, I might like go out or something. And she was like, okay, I'm going to make your makeup look real good. And I was like, okay. So she like did all this makeup. And then again, because I touch my face all the time, when we were on set, I immediately was doing this, like just rubbing my face because my eyes itched because it was so windy up there. And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh no, I ruined everything. It still looks like I have a bunch of makeup on, but I've like wiped a lot of it off. Which is so funny to me. But yeah, so today overall was pretty good. Despite the itchy face, it was pretty awesome. So, yeah, and I finally got Blood of the Werewolf up. Oh, man. It angers me how many days it took to get that up. Like, I went to upload it 3 different times, and every time I was like, I'm just going to leave it until it processes. Like, however long. And it would be hours later, and it was still processing. So I'd just end it and then try to re-upload it. Because, like, Jesse was saying he had no problem uploading any of his videos, that he has had no processing issues whatsoever. And I'm so jealous because I have had nothing but problems. Although today was so much better. Fortunately, like, everything uploaded pretty easily. Like, it took longer than it would ideally, but it still went up. Like, I was able to put up Blood of the Werewolf, I was able to put up Dead Space. I didn't get up Borderlands because I was worried it would get buried, so I'm putting it up tomorrow along with the other Dead Space video. Like, it's just, so many things. But, oh, and tomorrow we're doing Friend Zone. We're not doing it on Friday, we're doing it tomorrow since it's Halloween, and it's gonna be very fun. We're gonna have Jesse, Cinnamon Toast Ken, Strippin, Neil, me. There's one more. Jesse, Cinnamon Toast Ken, Strippin, Neil. Oh my gosh. Who's the last person? Jesse, Cinnamon Toast Ken, Strippin, Neil, and oh my god. Who is this person? It's not PewDiePie because he just went home. Oh my god! Oh my god! Who is this last person? It's 6 of us. And I cannot, oh my gosh, I cannot think of who the last person is. This is killing me. This is killing me inside. Is it Chad? Is it just Chad? Maybe it's Chad. Maybe I'm going nuts. It might just be Chad. It might be Chad. It's probably Chad. Oh my gosh, my brain. Oh, jeez, wow. Anywho, so, yeah. Since I'm apparently having a breakdown, I'm going to go. But I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah!